Okay. Now, the next question is when should children start doing part-time jobs? At what age do you think, Ellie?
Can you repeat, please?
When should students start doing part-time jobs?
Students should start doing part-time jobs when they are about 16 years old and can and manage their time well.
Uh-huh. What do you think, Kim? When should students start doing part-time jobs?
I think children
Hmm.
should do part-time job when they 15 years old.
Excellent. Okay. Ellie, should students be paid less than adults?
Yes, because students have less experience than others.
And what do you think, Kim? Should students be paid less than adults?
No, I don't.
Why not?
Because um, if they do well, they shouldn't be paid less.
Shouldn't be paid. Yes, I agree. If the student does better than the adults, they should be paid as much as the adults. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so Ellie, can you please start reading this for me?
Yes, teacher. Korean students learn many subjects, but they don't have part-time jobs. In many countries, however, students start doing part-time to work when they are 13. South Korean students get part-time jobs when they are teenagers. Some people say that Korean students should have part-time jobs. First, they can learn skills that they cannot learn in school. For example, they may learn how to open or close a store. They may learn to look after the money. They may learn how to treat customers well. Second, if students have part-time jobs, they can learn to take care of themselves. They learn to be on time at work. They learn to be responsible for their behavior. Other people say that Korean students should not have part-time jobs. First, it is very difficult to study and work at the same time. If Korean students do both things, they may get lower grades. That will stop students from being successful
Successful.
in successful in the future. Second, having part-time jobs is not good for students' health. Working and studying will make students very tired. When they are tired, they may get sick easily.
Okay. So, just a quick tip. The word success, or for that matter, any word in English that has two C's next to each other, always follow this sound order. So the first C always has a sound, a K sound, and the second C always has an S. Success. Remember that. For example, it's the same with the word accept. I am accepted into the best high school. I am accepted. Okay. Now, Kim, your turn.
Korean students learn many subjects, but they don't have part-time jobs. In many countries, however, students start doing part-time work when they are 13. Should Korean students get part-time jobs when they are teenagers? Some people say that Korean students should have part-time jobs. First, they can learn skills that they cannot learn in school. For example, they may learn how to open or close a store. They may learn to look after the money. They may learn how to treat customers well. Second, if students have part-time jobs, they can learn to take care of themselves. They learn to be on time at work. They learn to be responsible for their behavior. Other people say that Korean students should not have part-time jobs. First, it is very difficult to study and work at the same time. If Korean students do both things, they may get lower grades that will stop students from being successful in the future. Second, having part-time jobs is not good for student health. Working and studying will make students very tired. When they are tired, they may get sick easily.
Perfect. Now let's see what they are saying. So, let me highlight the main ideas in purple. Some people say Korean students should have part-time jobs. Others say no, they should not have part-time jobs. It's not important for them to have part-time jobs. And we are going to look at why. Just try and make a straight. Nah, why won't you work with me? Okay, let's try again. That's better. Okay. So, without looking to any of these reasons, Elly, can you tell me why you think students should have part-time jobs? Can you tell me why you think students should have part-time jobs? Ellie? Why do you think students should have part-time jobs?
I don't understand.
Why do you think students should have part-time jobs? Why should they have a part-time job? Look at the heading here. Students should have part-time jobs. Now I'm asking you why.
Um, Students should have part-time jobs because they can earn some money and gain work experience.
Okay, remember, try not to paraphrase. When you paraphrase something, it's when I ask you a question and you repeat the same words back to me. So try to give your answers in your own words. You could just have said because they can earn money and earn or learn, not learn, get work experience. Okay. Kim, why do you think students should have part-time jobs?
Because they need to learn many skills and earn the money.
Okay, now I have another question for you guys. Why should students not wait till they're finished with high school to get a job? Let me write it down. Why should students not wait until they are finished with high school before they get a job? Ellie? Why start early? Ellie? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Why?
students
Hmm?
students should not wait until they finish high school before getting a job because working part-time helps them gain real life experience.
Real life experience. Okay. And Kim, why do you think students should not wait until they're done with high school?
Um, I think
How do you think?
You can learn skill, and when you finish the high school, you get a job. You don't feel it's more difficult.
I understand. Yes. Okay, cool. Now let's go back. Oh, wait, one more question. Can you guys think of one good reason why students should not have part-time jobs? Elly, can you think of a reason why students should not have part-time jobs or a part-time job?
Students should not have part-time jobs because working can take time and energy away from their studies.
Okay. Kim, can you think of another reason?
Because it's negative part on study.
Okay, so basically, the moment it starts to impact your studies, it's no longer a good idea. Got it. Okay. Now let's go argue about it. Let's see what they say and let's think what we think. Let me just clear these drawings. Okay. So the first one says children should. Why? Let me highlight some reasons for you guys. So the first reason they give is that they can learn stuff at a job that they cannot learn in school. For example, I'm not going to highlight the examples. They can learn how to manage money that's not their own. They can learn how to treat customers well. And obviously, the big thing is they can learn how to take care of themselves. And then lastly, they will be on time. Although I'm not going to, we can highlight it, but I don't think that's a very good reason. And they can learn to be responsible for their behavior. Okay, now, two issues I have with two of these reasons, especially the last two. Actually, the last three. No, no, no. Let's make it the last two because learning how to treat customers is a little bit more different than learning how to treat your fellow classmates in a good way. So, if you can learn to take care of themselves, students learn that. Oh, sorry, to learn to be on time for work. That's why you have to go. You already do that when you go to school. That's why you have to be at school at a certain time. It's not. I won't say it's the focus of going to school, but it's you do learn it. Oh, school starts at 8 a.m., so I have to be there before then. So I don't think um, that having a part-time job will teach you to be on time. I think it will teach you that what will happen with you if you're not on time. And then to learn to be responsible for their behavior, that you can also learn in school and in your own house. You don't need a part-time job for that. So I would argue that these two reasons are not that good, but the others are good. But before we completely judge these reasons, let's go look at the other opinion. Other people say that Korean students should not have part-time jobs. First, it's difficult to start. Ooh, what did I do there? They say first, it's difficult for them to study and work at the same time. If they do, they may get lower grades. That will stop students from being successful in the future. And then another reason is having part-time job is not good for students' health because it can make them tired. If they are too tired, they can get sick. Now, where is it? Having a part-time job is not good for students' health. When they get tired, they get sick easily. I will almost say this is part of the same. These are part of the same reason. Now let's think about it. If students can do sport and study, I would argue they can work and study. But the main issue I have is with this word here. It is, do you guys think that if you get low grades in school, you will never be successful in your life? Kim, do you think that's true?
No.
Okay, Elly, do you think that's true?
No, I don't.
Exactly. So, since they say it as if it's a fact, that's will. There's no doubt about it. No, it's not true. You can still be successful even if you do not have good marks. My grandfather always used to say, if you can read, you can do anything. Um, so yes, you might not be able to go to the university or college, but you can still start your own business and make a great success out of that. Or you can still find another job and learn how to do it properly, teach yourself over time, and then also become very successful in your job. So, having good grades does not equal, well, let me write that down. Um, let's say this side's good grades. And I'm going to draw an equal sign. With a line through it does not equal success. It makes it it might make it more possible, but it's not a guarantee. You can be the smartest person in the world with the best grades and still fail miserably. Okay, do you guys have any questions? Kim?
No.
Elly?
No.
Okay, now if you guys look at these two points of view, the first one being, I would say, is a supporting opinion, and this one is the opposing opinion. With which one do you agree, Kim?
Pardon?
With which one of these, the supporting or the opposition, do you agree?
Mm, to be responsible for their behavior.
Yeah, so you agree with this full first argument that there's more to gain. And Elly, with which one do you agree? Do you agree with the supporting opinion, or do you agree with the opposing opinion? Elly?
Um, I disagree. Students should have part-time jobs.
Excellent. So you're also here. Excellent. So we are three people that agree that students should have. It's a good thing for them if they can do it. So but that is our time. Thank you guys. I will see you guys again next week. Enjoy your weekend. Bye bye.
Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye, teacher.